Welcome back to the Zero Check Podcast, episode 112. Good evening, gentlemen. Say, have I had some technical difficulties this evening?
What?
A little bit.
What are you talking about? That's been perfect.
Has it taken us almost an hour to begin this recording?
Us. Yes,
Don't
us.
admit it.
Roughly.
I mean, you said you're going to be 10 minutes late, so I mean, really we're closer to like 40 minutes right now.
We're close.
I'm just kind of concerned that your wife thinks that we're deaf, because probably all she heard for the last 30 minutes is like, can you guys hear me?
Can you guys hear me?
Can you guys hear me?
Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Well, technical issues could not keep me from you guys. I would restart my computer 1,000 miles to just see you. What's that song, you know? But
It's 1,000 miles by Michelle Branch.
1,000 miles.
1,000 miles.
You're not talking about the Wanderers. I would walk 500 miles.
Well, they'd have to walk it twice.
I would reset my computer 500 miles if I could just see you.
Wait, how many
And
songs
I
you
would
put
reset
together
that
right here?
500 more just to be the man that reboots my computer 100 times.
Is this the Fest Messenger
Fall down at
remix?
your door?
Mike?
Just,
If you
just
could
to
turn
be the
back
man
time.
to run this game.
Run this game into the floor. Yeah.
But we're going to have a lot of fun tonight
This is like
together.
a slow motion train wreck tonight.
We've had 40 minutes
We're
of fun
having
already.
We're going to have a lot of fun together tonight because I have prepared what I feel is an interesting adventure, and I have surprises for you guys too. But what I also have for you is an agenda. I have it in front of me on very nice stationery. Item number one is just to wish a happy holidays to you guys, to our listeners. This is our final episode of 2024, and we just want to wish everybody peace and love at the end of 2024 and into the coming 2025. I'm looking forward to another wonderful year with you gentlemen.
If you're into peace and love, if that's your thing.
If peace
Like
and
whatever your thing is, we wish that for you.
Peace
Hopefully it's peace and love.
and
If it's
love.
not, though,
I think peace and love is universal, is it not? Or at least peace.
I think so.
I mean, people want peace.
I
right?
hope so.
And
I'm
I
just
think
saying
we
maybe
all-
there's people that don't want peace and love, and
We want
maybe
the
they
peace.
need something for Christmas too.
We want
But
the love.
hopefully it's peace and love that they want.
If you don't want peace and love, I think you could still get something for Christmas, but we should take a more ad hoc approach to you. Not
I think so. Yeah.
Can we say happy birthday to you, Mike? Is that proficient?
Oh,
Yeah.
you want to wish me a happy birthday? Well,
Happy birthday, Mike.
Why, thank you.
I'm not really sure when this is going to release, but it's real close.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on our podcast before, but my birthday is Christmas Day. I was born on Christmas.
Birthday's on Christmas, huh?
No one has asked me if I want anything for my birthday, but that's fine. It's fine.
Dude, you're 40, bro. Get used to it.
Yeah. Gentlemen,
Do you need an Amazon account or something to go shopping? Or
Do you want me to send you
Like, do you
something,
not
Mike?
know
I'll
how
send
to
you something
buy
for your
things?
birthday.
Yeah, we'll send you stuff. Is
I'll send you something.
Okay.
You want some snacks?
I guess
What do you like,
we'll talk
licorice?
offline. You guys want to go in on just one big gift? Or you get one of a bunch of small things.
Let's get him
Let's send him
like
a
We'll talk
puppy.
about it offline.
Let's get him a puppy.
Oh,
can we do
I like that.
just
Something that's
a
like
$40 limit each for you guys to contribute to my birthday? Can we do it that way?
maybe like a tech gimp you can hide in your closet. Just pull him out every Tuesday night when you record, just to come in.
I was gonna start at 20 had it been my birthday, but 40 is a good starting point too. That's nice.
Donnie, you know, when you negotiate, you got to stake out a position to come down from that position.
Yeah, no, I understand, but yeah,
I'm on Amazon looking for something right now, Mike.
right there you go.
Well, thank you. I don't actually expect. Well, I didn't get any of you anything for your birthdays.
We didn't ask.
That's a valid point, Donnie. We didn't ask you to, Mike.
Yeah. Fellas.
Can we play this game?
Yeah. Fellas, it is episode 112, and I'm looking forward to this game very much. Would you like a quick recap? You are in Olegton. You have been sent there to make contact with Jod Kavkin, and Jod Kavkin is going to escort you to the Temple of the Elk. The Temple of the Elk is having some weird stuff happening at it, and Shrikehaven has been unable to restore the Temple of the Elk. The hope for Shrikehaven is that Temple of the Elk can become a place of worship for worshippers of Aristal, and right now it's just nothing. There's been some spooky stuff going there. Jod has described to you pranks that were perpetrated against him, things stolen from his pack, chairs pulled out from under him. He endured 3 days of this torment, but it was all in good fun. Didn't seem like it was that big of a deal. But then he leaves. He looks over his shoulder. He sees a skeleton with a flaming sword fighting an unseen adversary. And he says, "Not for me." And he leaves. He goes back to Olegton. gets in contact with the Shrikehaven policymakers, and here you are.
And Jod is with us, right? Going back to the temple?
Yes, it's the next morning, and go wake up, guys. You're here at the Red Rooster, and it's time for us to go to the Temple of the Elk. And he seems excited. He's got a large backpack, very many books, quills. You know how like you see the YouTube chefs, they've got the leather thing that wraps up with all the knives in it. He's got one for quills and parchments. Wow. He's a educated man, this Jod Kafkin.
Yeah, and Cormac takes interest in this. He appreciates someone who's very, into writing and who takes care of equipment like that.
He starts showing you his quills. He says, "Oh, look at this. This came from a pigeon. This is a pigeon quill, authentic. But look, it's larger than the normal thing would be. And this one came from a peacock." It's just a piece of a peacock.
You said.
It just came from a piece.
No owlbear quills?
Oh.
Or the giant owlbear that we killed?
I got a cockatrice one right here. I got an owlbear quill one here. But the truth is, these expensive ones, they don't really write as well as just a regular old rooster quill.
So can we,
really
you guys
cool.
ready to head out to the Temple of the Elk?
I kind of want to hear more about these quills.
I don't know. I feel like I'm giving you good stuff with the quills here. And
If you could go into detail about the rooster quill and its writing qualities.
When this wraps back around and we have to use a quill to kill the big bad, like perfect seed to plant. Absolutely.
You're going to be over there. Jod Kafkin's going to be fighting something. He's going to pull out his quill, and then he'll make a quill is mightier than the sword joke at the end, and everyone will laugh. None of you guys laughed just then, but you all turned to hear. Well, you all did what Donnie did. You turned away from your mic to stifle a laugh instead of admitting to yourselves and to everyone else that was pretty funny.
It was a sensible chuckle.
A sensible chuckle, right. You set off, okay? Let's look at the Stolen Lands map. Seems to me you've got a different couple routes that you can take. It seems to me that you might want to just head on the road south and then cut west through the Thorn River Bandit campsite and then further west into the Temple of the Elk.
Isn't there still active landmines in the Thorn River Bandit site?
I don't
from Mitchell.
think so. Oh, gosh, I don't know.
I think we got those cleaned up.
Plant a bunch of landmines in there at one point in time.
That sounds right to me.
We would have no idea about that, though.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So Calveras loses a limb.
Oh my God.
So I'm saying I'm thinking the most direct route there, stay to the road as much as we can for easy travel and safe travel. And
I like that plan.
Okay.
Yeah, because then it's fewer days in like the forest.
yeah,
So you do this thing. You get back on the road. Jod is riding in the cart, and Duncan's doing his best, and everyone's going, and it's a beautiful day. Should I roll for weather?
Sure.
Well, you just said it was a beautiful day.
Sure. As long as it's still a beautiful day.
It's not.
it was a beautiful day, and then
Not a beautiful day.
No, it's rainy. It is raining.
oh,
So that's going to slow us down because the roads are going to muddy. It's not like they're paved.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I suppose so. But you still, I think, make fine
Pulling a
time.
cart through a muddy road can't be that quick.
Oh my gosh! So I've
Mitch didn't pave the roads.
Not up this far.
no.
Brad, why couldn't you? Have
Why are you
done
looking
that?
at me? I have no control over my character.
Clearly.
I mean, that's a pretty good
That's
point.
true. Our other guys are off doing stuff, making,
that's right.
Some are getting
standing up
married, some are-
suburbs and getting married, claiming hexes.
All sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that wedding thing. Yeah, we'll get back to that someday. Fine. So we're gonna say that the rain goes for I don't know, about 3 days of travel, and I mean it is about a 3-day trip there. I mean, we'll say it's 2 days on the road, and then 2 days pushing through the rainy forest. And Jod, despite the rain, expertly is able to get you through. But I'm a little curious about the cart and Duncan and the forest. I'm not sure you could get a cart there. I mean, there's no road, and it's dense forest in the green belt. What do you guys think about this?
Yeah, no, without a road, the cart will have to remain. And so most of the stuff is in the cart for a reason, because it's fucking heavy. So can't really carry it. The one thing we could take is the the cauldron. I forget what it's called. Is it called an animated cauldron? I'm looking at my sheet here. 1 second. Walking cauldron. That's it. So yeah, that little guy jumps out of the back of the cart and begins to follow us. And we'll lead Duncan as well, just so that nothing eats him.
Okay.
He's just hanging out on the road.
Well, I was going to offer a slight retcon. I mean, if Jod would have told you it would have been roadless, dense forest, would you have left the cart and Duncan at Oleg's, perhaps? And
that
just
would make
gone on
things.
foot?
Yeah, that would cut out a lot of bullshit just having to deal with.
Okay, let's do that.
I will debut.
we still have the cauldron?
We can still have the cauldron follow us. So.
Wonderful. All right, so the 5 of you, Jod Kavkin, Velcro Orlog,
Very good.
Calvaris or Calvaris, Noggles, and Cormac O'Cannon. All
5 for 5.
Thank
Hey!
you.
Mike,
Thank
you did it. It's
I
impressive.
know. Thank you. Thank you. Standards are low around here, but that's the way I like it.
Well, today.
Hey, progress is progress.
Thank you. The 5 of you begin your rainy journey through the Greenbelt Forest. Over the course of the first day, you make decent time. You are able to... Go ahead.
We have to periodically stop and empty the cauldron because of training.
It's filling
Just
up with
realized
water.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it does fill up.
Yeah.
Also, what's
So
the,
that'll slow us down a little bit.
besides rain, what's the weather like? Is it cold and rainy, warm and rainy, hot and rainy? What time of
It's-
year are we kicking it in?
It's cool and it's spring, so it's a spring rain.
Okay.
Nice.
It's a nice
Chilly.
spring rain. It's chilly, but not like disgustingly
Chillaxing.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Chillaxian.
Why? Why, Bill?
Every so often the cauldron gets too heavy, it can't walk, and so what it does is it just will roll itself over, and then its little legs stick up in the air and someone needs to kind of, put them upright again. Oh, let's name the cauldron. Can we name him?
Cauldron, cauldrony.
Oh goodness.
No, we can't name him Cauldron. Are you
Colin?
going for like
Cauldron?
a Bodie McBoat face kind of thing there, Bill? What are we doing?
Just name him Tim.
Bucket.
Bucket. That's my brother's dog's name. Bucket.
I think Bucket's good. Okay.
We're the
Claude the
mass.
cauldron?
This is a name generator. What is the first name it gives me? No, I don't want to use those names.
Oh,
It's Tanisha. I don't want to use Tanisha.
Tanisha. Yes. Wait, Tanisha. Because the tin
Mom,
cauldron.
number for tin-
Tanisha. I like it. I like it. Tanisha. Sure, yeah. Here we go.
Nisha.
All right.
Oh my God.
As usual. Nice job, guys, naming. Okay, Tanisha.
Mike's never going to get it right after that second.
5 more episodes, I'll get it right.
Cauldron's going to become the main character now.
It's probably the only surviving character.
Oh, I would love that.
Tanisha walks back to Oleg's on its own, sits down
Fuck
next
those
to
guys.
Duncan and just goes dormant.
Filled with our blood and tears and sweat. It's like,
The only way they can communicate is you got to go get those fucking alphabet soups and pour that in. It's got to slowly spit out letters. It's like a really bad Ouija board.
It's like an Enigma machine from World War II. You just got to figure it out what it's trying to say.
Yeah.
You arrive at the site of the Temple of the Elk. Okay. Very far away. And you see some weird bullshit happening up at the altar, and you're too far away to intervene. No, I'm just joking. No, you're actually not quite to the temple grounds yet, because Jod is like, we're getting close. And we discussed this, years ago now when Drycol May hit a really high perception check. That's how you guys found the Temple of the Elk the first time. It's hard to find. It is concealed. It is out of the way. And it's not that big compared to the Greenbelt forest that envelops it. It's less than an acre. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the forest around the Temple of the Elk is so dense. But Jod tells you, and after he points it out, you can see it. You march another 300, 400, 500 feet to the west, and you'll begin to ascend out of the trees into the grounds of the temple. What do you do?
lead on, Jod. Show us the way.
Yeah. Jod, get out there.
Okay. All right. And he does.
Put him in front.
What are people doing for exploration activities?
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Good idea.
Cormac will detect magic.
Fantastic. I'm going to search. Or seek. I'm going to seek.
Okay. Seek.
Seek.
Velcro.
Seek as well. Yeah.
Okay. And Noggles.
Noggles is going to cast shield on himself over and over.
Nice.
Okay, very good. Okay. You arrive. You step out of the forest. Let me take you to a map.
Dun, 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 dun.
A map that we haven't played on in a long time.
And I think
Where's
I
Tristan's
think
body?
as soon as we come into this, Velcro realizes this is what he saw from his vision. So he is he's a little taken aback, but he's pretty excited.
Yeah,
Like he's not sure what's going on here, but he didn't he didn't connect the dots when Jod was telling him all this, and so he is he's intrigued.
what is the remind me of the vision? It was, what was it? Tristan Stolen Lands? That was the vision?
Yeah, the vision was essentially watching Tristan getting killed, right? And then he heard two words from an unseen voice that was Tristan Stolen.
It's interesting because you and I didn't coordinate on this. I mean, I had planned to take us here, when we were talking about B Team Adventures. And then we were talking about Velcro that first episode, and you're like, Tristan. And I was like, meh. And then you're like, Stolen Lands. And I was like, meh. And then I was like, well, now wait a minute. Tristan died at the Temple of the Elk. I'm thinking of going to the Temple of the Elk. Well, cool. This will work. So here we are.
Good.
And you're
Can
here.
you guys look how far it is from the temple to where we are? Like
Yeah,
that's
I recognize this
yeah.
starting spot on the map.
So for the people at home, the Temple of the Elk is still in disarray. There are all of these pillars that apparently once stood. They are, for the most part, they've been knocked over. The smooth stone floor of the temple is littered with debris and rock and plant life, and it looks like water has repeatedly frozen and thawed all over this stonework, which has caused cracks and fissures in the stonework. About 75 feet further to the west. About 75 feet further to the north, there's the beginnings of a stairway up to an altar. And I don't know that any of you guys would know this. I think Jod Kavkin likely knows that that King Sertova and his party came upon this location 2 years ago. There, they witnessed an elf, or perhaps a half elf. I can't quite remember. But they witnessed a cleric killed by some sort of ghostly druidic bear. And then they slayed the bear. Now, I don't think that you guys ever really learned Tristan's name. We've discussed Tristan out of character, but my memory is not good on this, but I don't think that Tristan himself had identification on him other than
there was just like an idol or something, like a right.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure,
we knew he was a Saren Ray worshiper, but I don't think there's any ID.
That's right. Saren Ray worshiper, and you knew that he was Azamar, which I think now in the remaster, that's a different term now, but that he's got, this creature had angelic blood. Anyway, you're here on the grounds.
Where's
Gentlemen.
Jod? I don't see him.
Oh, he's with you. His token's around. He stays close to you guys.
Okay. Just kind of wanted to take the lead. That's all.
Oh, you want Jod up front?
I think Velcro would kind of probably push ahead of him, and he would excitedly kind of explain,
Oh,
this
sure.
is what I've seen. We must investigate. We are meant to be here, and he's going to start kind of trudging along, moving forward towards the thing.
Sure.
Probably didn't get quite that far in front of y'all, but yeah, he's going to start heading that way unless anybody stops him.
So I've watched you move to your token. You and Noggles are approaching what's depicted on the map to be a pool of water. And this water pool was filled 2 years ago when the original party was here. Today, this is an empty vessel of water. And
When we drank out of it, didn't we get something happen before? I remember. I can't remember off the top of my head.
oh, I think I might have described that if you had drunk from the water, it would have made you sick or something. I don't think any of you did, though. I guess the truth is I can't.
I think it was after we cleansed it, we were able to drink and heal. And had we
Yes.
drank it before, we would have got sick.
Oh, that's right.
before
When
we
the bear
killed the
was killed to
bear.
cleanse the water, right?
Yeah.
At this point, it is empty. There's no water in
No
here
water.
at all.
Just
Even though it was just raining?
Yes, actually, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can we roll any perception checks? I mean,
Yes.
when we came in here, did that happen? Okay.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Ooh, that's a natural 18.
Better than mine.
For a total of 27.
All right.
That's a natural 20 for Noggles for 26.
So we got a couple critical successes here. So a few things. You see a grate down at the bottom of the pool. It looks like a hatch that can be opened that allows the water to drain out the bottom of this pond / pool down into what appears to be some sort of sewer system. And this doesn't look like it's used like for anything other than this pool of water. But you begin to get to know this mechanism. There's a couple things going on here. The first thing you see is that there are 3, they almost appear to be like chimney tops. And the chimney tops are coming out of the bottom center of the pool, kind of here. Let me draw them on the map for you guys. And I think that what you determine pretty quickly is that these chimney tops control the top level of the water. In other words, if the water rises above these chimney tops, the water will flow down into these. And these 3 upstanding pipes, they stand at a lower level than the lip of the pool itself, right? This pool looks to be about 4 feet deep. Well, the chimney pipes come up like 3.5 feet. And
So it's like an overflow prevention.
Like an overflow prevention. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Now, these are not why the pool is drained, though, right? Because obviously the water can be in here and not rise above these overflow preventers. But there's another grate here. And it's like,
and how big is the grate? Is it big enough like we could fit in there?
Yeah,
I'm sure Noggles could.
Yeah. So this other grate, it looks to be opened just a little bit. It's opened just a hair. It's like it looks as though it can kind of slide off to the side and open up, to be a large opening. It's open a little bit. You think to yourself, well, probably water as it collects in this pond, it trickles out this main grate somehow.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But why? Why would somebody drain it? And is like, I don't know. From a player standpoint, I mean, I think we should investigate this, but
I think we should send Noggles down there.
I don't know that Velcro would
think Noggles would go down there.
Well, I don't think Noggles would go down there either.
Yeah, so no one can fit down the partially opened floor level grate. As far as the 3 chimney tops goes, I mean, looks pretty tight.
So can we search around for maybe like a maintenance hatch to underneath?
Well, I think that's what we're looking at with that grate. I think one of the things we could do is open that grate all the way and take
Open
a
it
little
further,
down
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that the plan?
Because Velcro will jump down there if somebody wants to suggest it. He's happy to do that. So if that happens, he'll... Okay.
Well, you and I can both do it because we're the biggest, and we don't know how much that weighs.
Come, Hell Knight. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's check out this gate.
You guys jump down there.
Yeah.
So
let me jump down there and
get my rip on.
Because when has there ever been an issue with me trying to open something as a character?
This is going to go wonderfully.
So you guys are going down there. Jod stands on the lip of the pool next to Cormac, and Jod says to Cormac, I can't believe that this is here. This looks like engineering work. But I never would have imagined that worshippers of Aristil would. I thought this pond to be magical. I had no idea that it was a piece of mechanical engineering or whatever you would call it.
Yeah, Jod, it's totally mecha. I don't detect any magic, but I'm gonna go check out these pipes here and see if I can communicate through them when our guys go down.
No.
So you look at the 3.
Wait, we're going down?
Probably.
Okay. So
I thought you guys were jumping down.
Oh no, we're just
looking
opening
down.
the grate.
Oh, you're just opening the grate. Okay.
Yeah.
well, let's talk to Cormac.
I'll back up a bit.
Yeah, let's talk to Cormac. Let's talk about Cormac and Velcro then. So, I mean, you guys get a look at this thing, and it appears to be some sort of metal alloy that the door is made out of, and it is open. It's open a crack. Water would flow through, and you can just get your fingertips into the cracked opening of this thing. And you think if you could just brute force it down to the side, you could maybe open it up.
Well, Calvaris is going to look at Velcro and be like, "You ready?
Yep.
Let's give it a."
You want to aid, or you want me? You want to aid, or you want me to aid?
You're bigger. I'll aid.
Try to aid.
You're bigger than me. I'll aid.
Brace up against that wall and do a leg press.
Yeah, Noggles like pulls a crowbar out of his bag, which I legit had, and hands it to the guys.
Hey,
like,
nice.
You dummies.
Hey, that'll give
My
me a
crowbar
plus.
is still in the cart.
All right.
Mike, what do you want? We're going to try to move this grate.
Athletics.
What do you want us to do?
Athletics. And
check?
I think a crowbar can.
+1.
Oh, okay.
Plus one?
Perfect.
+1 item
yeah.
bonus.
All right.
Yeah. So I could take an
Still-
aid from one guy can aid, one can be the main roller. I don't know. However you want to do it.
I'll roll the check if Bill can aid.
I'll aid. 14.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
plus
get to-
9.
right?
14. Do I get my athletics bonus?
Yeah.
So 14 plus 9. So 23.
Yeah. You totally aid. Yeah. So an additional +1 bonus from the aid. So you'll take this at a +2 to your
Awesome.
above your
Let's go.
athletics.
So that'll give me a total of 3 with a +2 because I rolled a natural 1.
Okay.
Because that's
Wow.
how we fucking do it.
Okay. That's how we do it.
Wait, what?
Did I just break all my fingers
I was
off?
like, did that just snap off like 3 digits?
So you've got the crowbar. You insert the crowbar into the opening. You begin to try to manipulate the crowbar. You wrench your body to try to get this grate open, and the angle's all wrong. You get a little bit of non-lethal damage to your wrist and your hand as you get a little bit of a cut from the crowbar. The blood causes you to drop the crowbar, and the crowbar falls down into the slit. And you listen as it falls for, I don't know, 2 seconds, and then you hear a very audible water plop as it falls down into water.
Noggles, the good news is we know how deep this is. It's not very deep. Thank you for helping us discover that. Now, Calvaris, can you come help me open this grate? I don't think I'm going to be able to handle it.
Well, let me tell you this: the way that felt to try to open it, it's like no, man,
No, not going to happen.
yeah, this is.
Can we push it closed?
Yeah, give it a shot.
Well, if it's draining the water out and we don't want the water to drain out, can't we just jump on it till it closes and then solve the problem?
Yeah, you can try to close it.
Gentlemen, how do you guys feel about that theory?
I just
You have
want
another crowbar.
Yeah, no, I just want my silver, my 5 silver for the crowbar you threw down that hole at some point.
I think you guys should fight for it.
If it takes my last action, I will get you a crowbar before my dying days. Noggles, I'm so sorry. I know the crowbar is important to you, and it's
Is Knuckles strong enough to use a crowbar?
That's
the crowbar was roughly half your
that's how
size.
he makes
It was very
holes in
large.
walls with that crowbar.
It was.
So do we want to seal it up, or do we want to inspect the rest of the grounds and see if we can find another way down to this magical hole in the ground?
I bet there's a lever somewhere as a player. Like there's a
lever.
Yeah, I think
lever.
we can't move it. I bet if we go move into there, I bet we maybe find something.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's go explore.
Can we perception check the inside of the pool for a switch, lever?
I think
Yeah.
we.
Yeah, you
I
don't
know, I
see
feel like-
anything like that.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
you get the feeling with the play on this door that you're trying to manipulate that there's got to be something mechanical, but there's nothing obvious up here. And in fact, Jod himself will observe that it's almost as if they made effort to try to maintain the look of this as non-mechanical up above while concealing mechanics below.
Yeah, I just like that we jumped down. I took Noggles' crowbar, basically threw it down a hole, and like, all right, let's go check something else
Let's
out
go
now,
do
guys.
something else. This didn't work.
Yep.
All right, so I'm jumping back out of this pool.
Yeah, I guess we'll move back out of the pool and do we start approaching the stairs?
Yeah, let's get up there.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, do this thing.
I'll lead the way. Jod, get up here.
I'm behind him.
So Jod says, okay, well, when I was here, there was water in the pool. I used to make my camp here by these stairs. And he shows you there's kind of this erosion of the stairs leading up to the altar. And you can see evidence that he kind of created a little lean-to or a little kind of tent here, using the stairs and the eroded part of the stairs that are gone as some shelter. And he says that this is where my issues began, my torment.
Calberis is going to walk towards the altar.
Okay.
I want to check it out.
You walk up. Sure. Jod follows you up.
Where's the altar at?
It's right up here.
Right there?
Yeah.
Right there?
It's really, yeah, and calling it an altar is not really, it's just more kind of a raised dais. Dais?
Well, I'm gonna perception check and search it.
Okay.
Possibly.
You see some singed plant life around here. And this is where the skeleton with the sword was doing battle with the unseen adversary. You can see evidence that corroborates Jod's memory of this.
This is where I saw the death, the bear maul.
And at this point, with Cormac detecting magic, you detect sort of a patina of divine magic. It's sort of around this area.
I think Velcro will call out. Is there someone here?
No response.
Is there any response? No response. Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, so while detecting magic, I'm going to try to... I kind of want to map out the area where the magic is. So I don't know if I can walk kind of a path and, step in and out of where I detect it and see if we can get a clear idea of like what the area the magic is in.
Okay. So you do this and
basically I want to walk around, make a circle,
Yeah.
like a little spiral out.
so now that you know what you're looking for, the rest that was less obvious before becomes obvious to you. There are indications of divinity used in magic, used in battle, centered on this raised dais, and then you kind of follow it back down toward the pool, and then you see that the path of divine magic goes down into the pool and toward the grate.
Back to the grate. So there's got to be some way to open that, Brad. I think you're right. I mean,
yeah,
we need.
Yeah, Noggles is not the character. His int is not.
Yeah.
He's not powerful enough to figure any kind of crafting or any kind of mechanical things out. So,
Well, and
It's
perhaps
gonna be the
this
same.
is a discussion that you guys are having as you're heading back toward the pool. Everybody roll a perception check.
okay.
13.
15.
Okay. Can anyone beat a 15?
18.
Yeah, 18 for Noggles as well.
Couple of 18s. Very good. Yeah. Okay. So a combat ensues. Okay. And a combat ensues in a manner.
How'd we do?
Yeah. Okay.
It's like when the show doesn't have the budget to show the battle scene, and they the main
Fade
character
out.
gets knocked out. They cut away, then they come back at the end of the battle.
You know what I would love to use someday in this podcast is I'd love to. Okay, you know what? Actually, let's do it. Here's the thing that I've always wanted to do. The camera zooms in. It zooms in on Jod Kavkin's face, and a look of horror comes up. Okay, sorry. Hang on.
We just see his reaction, and that's all. That's all we see.
Yeah, the camera zooms in on Jod Kavkin's face, and the camera pauses as this look of horror and it takes over his face, and it goes record scratch sound, and it goes. So I guess you must be thinking, how did a guy like me end up here? Oh, Bill, I can't. All right, I'll abandon this. It's fine. No, you look back a little bit at Jod Kavkin, okay, and you guys. You see it after it happens, but there is a little creature that stands next to Jod Kavkin, okay? And that creature has a little dagger in his hand, and that little dagger enters Jod Kavkin's body in between two ribs. And Jod Kavkin howls and screams, And the creature here is a creature that...
God damn it.
Brad called it.
You did?
Yeah, we were talking about it while you couldn't get your mic up. We literally talked about this.
Oh my God, you guys got it. Well, it is, the players have seen this token now. For those of you at home, listeners, it is Rig Gargadilly. The neutral evil, small, fey quickling, okay? Rig Gargadilly, invisible in between rounds. You know he can do this horse shit. And his dagger inserts itself into Jod Kavgan's body. And then the quickling begins running so fast. He runs. And I was reading about quickling here. They're so fast that they can run up vertical surfaces. So you watch as the quickling resolves a move action. He runs up the side of the edge of the empty pool, down into the pool. He then runs as fast as he can into one of the little overflow mechanisms, and he jumps and dives down into it, and he leaves, and he's flipping you guys off as he does this. And that's what happens. And he just jumps down into the mechanism of the pool.
So those pipes are big enough for him to fit down.
Yes, yeah. A small creature can fit down.
So how about like a few alchemist fire? Could those fit down there as well? Just
how about we just seal them? We just seal the tops of them and then push the grate closed.
After we throw some fire down.
And Jod Kavgan's like, I mean, Jod doesn't have character levels, so he's actually not okay right now. He's beginning to bleed out on the ground. Yeah, he's not okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna burn a. I guess is he dying? Do I need to stabilize him?
He's
stabilize him. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He's stabilized then. Yeah.
Okay. So you stabilize him, and Jod. Yep. Yeah. So Jod is unconscious on the ground, but he seems to be alive. And as Rig Gargadilly ran, he was putting on his kind of spooky show for you guys, and it was just this like, leave this place as he was just and he goes down the pipes.
So I like Noggles' idea of dropping a bunch of alchemist fire down the pipes and then just sealing them in.
Seeing what happens. Yeah, maybe 3 alchemist fire down the pipes, and then we all stand around the grate.
See what happens.
Yeah.
With ready to actions.
Flush him out.
Ready to action, yeah.
With ready to actions.
Okay, you guys do this. You enact this plan. Okay.
Yep.
You all get.
Yeah, let's drag Jod like into his little cubby over here.
Good idea.
Put like
Stash
some
him
branches over him.
Okay. Sure. You put some branches. It's so undignified. Sure. You do that. You look down. You inspect these 3 openings. These 3. What, Brad? You put it the best way. These kind of overflow prevention
valves or overflow.
valves.
Yeah, prevention. Yeah.
Yeah. You inspect them, and I mean, it's pitch black going down there. You're not sure
for long
what the deal is.
I mean, Noggles could fit down there. You guys want to chuck me down there?
I'll chuck you down there.
No, don't please. Not with that little nightmare creature.
So is that what we're gonna do? We're gonna try to flush him out?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Let's.
What if the lever's down there?
I just hate a fast, invisible creature. This is gonna suck so bad. So, like, let's just figure out the quickest way to kill this fucking thing. Not that we were gonna do anything different, but
yeah, let's hover around the grate and toss at least one of them down there. See if he flushes them out.
All right. So Cormac, do you do this thing?
Yeah, we just kind of use a versatile vial, summon up alchemist fire, and drop one down the hole.
All right. So you do this. There's the firebomb, the alchemist fire. You know, I'm going to say that it emits a little bit of light as it flies, as it goes down. And you see a couple of things as you do this. The first thing you see is that there's a rope affixed to the bottom of the pool near the opening that this pressure release or this overflow release valve connects to. In other words, it looks like Rig has a rope that he uses to traverse this.
Okay.
It's like
I was just I didn't know these holes were that big. I thought they were like tiny.
Couple inches.
Sorry, yeah.
So like we can see into them.
You can see down into them. Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess we would have looked before, but I like the fire.
No, let's. So do you have like a light source instead that you'd like to use, or?
I'm getting my characters confused. Do I have light?
Why aren't we dropping the fire down? Why did we change our mind? I'm sorry.
I didn't know they were big enough to like you can go in them.
Oh,
Like if a small character can get in, you can squeeze and get in them.
It looks as
like
though
they're big. They're not small.
Let's be clear about this. A small creature can fit down, but like Cormac, like you're looking at it, and you know how you can kind of look at something and be like, oh, I can fit in there, or I can't fit in there. Like you don't think a medium creature, like even Cormac's, like your hips will not fit. But you look at Noggles and Rick Gargadilly are like the same
only small
size.
creature can get down there.
A small creature
you
can get
can't,
down.
so we can't squeeze or anything.
No.
It's just too big, or it's too small.
I mean, I would say we still go with like the Alchemist Fire, dropping that down there. I mean, I don't know. I think the way it was
let's pull up his rope and drop the fire down.
Okay. So you pull up the rope, you drop the fire down, the fire falls, okay? And you see what looks like a tightrope that's sort of crossing your field of view as you look down. Light from the alchemist fire casts upon the tightrope, and then it falls another 10 to 15 feet bloop, into water. So there's a climbing rope that leads down to a tightrope, and then beneath the tightrope is water.
So the only thing we can see is the rope and then water. Like Noggles has dark vision. Can he see any other details down there? Like if he sticks his head in the hole and looks around.
Dark vision. You see that you confirm to the others, like you confirm what Cormac perceived. You're like, yeah, there's like a tight rope down there, like a taut rope. You can't see where the rope leads to or where it comes from, but you infer it's got to be, pulled taut between two surfaces, down there somehow.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, it looks to you that like there's a rope, a climbing rope that leads down to a tight rope, and that's maybe how Rick Gargadilly gets around.
How far from the pipes? Like, can we reach the tightrope from? Like, how far from the top of the pipes to the tightrope is it?
You look like if you used the climbing rope to climb down, the climbing rope is situated right next to the tightrope. Like they transfer to each other. Like a creature could do this.
I mean, the player looking at Noggles' character sheet would not do this, but I think Noggles probably would volunteer to try to climb down that rope and take a look. Like at least like go into the pipe. Like he's got rope with him.
We could just belay you down. Like if you're better at balancing than climbing, we could just lower you down.
Yeah.
Oh, Noggles is so small. Like I picture him grabbing the rope and you just lower him down. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So
Get
small.
stabbed by
Rick Gargadilly.
Dickadilly.
I feel like if Noggles fought Rick Gargadilly, it would go just fine. Fine. So do you do this?
Yeah, I at least want to see with this chamber, like assuming this is a chamber underneath us, I want to see more detail. I want to see if there's some way to open this grate so we can get the full crew down. I want to see where this dude's hiding, if he's not invisible, which he probably is invisible. But I only if like I've got a rope attached to me that can get pulled up and out of harm's way.
Oh, so you're thinking like not even using the climbing rope. You want to use like a long rope. You want to use your own rope and keep the climbing rope pulled up.
Yeah. So if I get into trouble, the two big dudes can just yeet that rope and get me out of there.
That is really smart. And if I had a hero point, I would give it to you right now. Yeah. You guys like this plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My life is in your hands.
I hope Noggles doesn't drown.
Don't drop him.
Don't drop me. I mean, I saw you like work that crowbar, so maybe I'm giving the rope to Calvaris.
You really want that crowbar back, don't you, Noggles?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you can grab it while you're down there.
Gotta get my fucking crowbar, assholes.
Can we use Noggles as like, say, like a Morningstar type weapon if the situation arises?
So you have a long length of rope. I'm going to say you've got 100-foot rope. Okay.
Yep.
You tie the end of it around Noggles' tiny little waist, and you are holding the other end of it. Okay. And it's like coiled up really nicely and easy to use. And Noggles looks up at you with his little eyes. Noggles, what do you say to them?
Lower me down slowly. We'll take a look. If I
How many tugs to pull you up, or will there be a code word or a screech
Well,
or
you've got
a
your
growl or
message
something?
cantrip, right?
Yeah, I'll be messaging quietly,
Oh,
but
nice.
like if you hear between 1 and 28 tugs, just get me the fuck out of here.
All right.
If it's 30, I'm fine.
You lower him down. Noggles.
Do you want us to do any checks for lowering him?
No, he's so light and cute.
No? Okay.
He's so small.
Yeah, like 40 pounds.
He's 40 pounds. You begin to lower him. Noggles, here's what you see with your dark vision. They begin to lower you down. They begin to lower you down the flood prevention pipe. And you discover that beneath the pool is what appears to be a subterranean pool as well. Nearly the same size and scope as the pool up above. And there
It's
is
filled with crowbars.
filled to the brim with crowbars. No, it's filled with brackish, disgusting water with algae just blooming in it. I mean, it is just. I mean, you can't see. You see in black and white and dark vision, but if it were in color, it'd be just
Fuzzy.
green, fuzzy, horrifying water. Okay, and there is a taut tightrope that is pulled tightly that you're fast approaching as the two large companions slowly lower you down. And it's the line is pulled taut in between a rim, like a 5-foot path that looks like it walks around the outer edge of the pool. I got a map for you. You want to see it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Here's what you see.
So the tightrope is the green line.
It's this green line here.
Okay.
And Noggles, you're being lowered down. There's a couple things I want to point out to you here. As you look straight ahead, you see that there is like a catwalk that's made out of some type of rusted metal that goes across the pool. To your left and to your right is a firm surface that you can walk on that kind of rims around the pool. You can see the bottom of the large grate that the larger creatures could perhaps fit through. It's off to your right, and it is sealed shut. Okay? Roll a perception check as they continue to lower you down.
That's a 17 for perception.
There's crocodiles in the water down below.
Crocodiles?
Crocodiles.
How did crocodiles get out here in the middle of a forest?
Well, when you get the baby croc and it's so cute, but then I don't know, maybe they're spawns of Dundee. Who knows?
Everyone thinks that they can have a crocodile when it's a little baby, but they cannot have a crocodile. Yeah, that's what you see.
Okay.
You're lowering
So
down.
The only way to get from where I'm being lowered down right now to one of these side walls is by walking on the tightrope, is what I'm guessing.
Well, that, or I mean, I wonder if they lower you down low enough, you might be able to start swinging on the rope. Like the climbing rope originally wouldn't have been long enough, but you think on this rope that you've opted to use, maybe you could swing, or maybe you could shimmy on this taut rope. You're just not sure.
What's this green half circle thing that to the south of me?
So both on the northern wall and on the southern wall, it looks like there's some sort of circular mechanism sticking out of the wall that looks mechanical in nature to you. It looks like you could apply pressure to it and spin it up into the wall, almost like a ship's wheel turned on its side.
Okay.
Did Chris, did Cormac actually make some spider climb or alchemy stuff? We were talking about it before. Like we could pull Noggles back up and give him some spider climb, and then he could just like stick to the ceiling, right, and move wherever he wants in that.
Yeah,
room.
it would give him a climb speed.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. So that's I kind of explain. I'm imagining that, and I'm explaining this whole scenario, and probably Cormac, I would say probably maybe the most int would be like, hey, I got something that'll help you out with that, or yeah. So yeah, yank me back up.
So they pull you back up. Oh, Noggles. You thought maybe you'd never see him again, but he's there.
It's fine.
He's fine.
Yeah, I'll hand over the spider foot brew, and I'll emphasize that this lasts 1 minute.
Oh,
So
yeah.
in game terms, we got that'll last after you drink it. It's 10 rounds.
Okay. I'm not going to drink it yet. I'll wait till I get to the tightrope, and then because this rope's tied around my waist.
Well, I was kind of thinking like once we lower you down where you can reach the ceiling, you just grab up and grab the ceiling and then
Okay.
Yeah, crawl across.
Sure. So, and I explained the two devices to the crew, and I guess looking for suggestions of like what, I mean, do you think one of these will open his trapdoor?
I don't want to get too much into the head of Mike when he was designing this awesome thing, but maybe the green thing goes to the green thing.
Does seem like
Well,
color
really,
coding.
in terms, it's the closest
Right.
mechanism
Yeah.
to the trapdoor.
Okay.
Really.
Yeah, so I guess Noggles will go back into the hole, drink the potion, get in the hole, and climb across the ceiling of this fountain and drop down next to this ship's wheel, the sideways ship's wheel.
Okay.
Looks like the thing out of Lost.
You do this thing. Yeah. And yeah, you're climbing across the ceiling, and like as you're doing this, you hear like thrashing in the water beneath you. It's like
This is terrifying. This is
crocodiles are
freaking
just
terrifying.
like rearing up, but they're like way below you. Like they can't get you.
Yeah, you're fine.
You see a couple of the things. You see a door up to the north and a door down to the south that exit out of this room. But yeah, I mean, you're able to, before the minute is up, you climb down, and now you're on this stone walkway that rims around this pool.
So you can just start messing with stuff now, see what it does?
So this the telepathic, is it just one way, or can I communicate back?
Let's get some detail on that real quick.
Because I'm wondering if we can do some kind of screen share, like if I could help you out with my int.
Mouth words, instead of coming out of your mouth, they transfer directly to the ears of your target, while others can't hear your words any better than if you normally mouth them. The target can hear your words as if they're standing
so
next
it's
to you.
audible for us.
Yeah, it's audible.
Okay, so I probably can't reply.
I mean, the target can give a brief response as a reaction or as a free
Okay, so
action.
it couldn't be like complex instructions on how to manipulate a device.
So I could ask, though. I would assume that, like, hey, it looks like this. Should I turn it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
really, if I'm wanting to do like an aid to any checks that he may have.
It is
sure.
obvious to Noggles that this is a mechanism that can be operated. You don't know whether to turn it clockwise or counterclockwise, but as you describe it to Cormac, you're like, obviously this is designed to manipulate something. Make a perception check from Noggles.
That's a 9.
Okay. I mean, it takes time. You're down there, you're futzing around with this. You and Cormac are trying to do tech support. It's as if Noggles' microphone all of a sudden stopped working, and you guys are trying to get him up and running again from
Can you hear me
but
now?
you're not there with him, yeah. And it's really frustrating. And eventually Noggles, it's kind of like, oh, I do see there is a clear sort of connection, like there's chain works up into pulleys, and I see now, I mean, if I can spin this thing, it'll operate the grate, and this has got to be how it got closed. And if I can just basically you're going to have to put some elbow grease into this to get it to spin. But you see how to do it now. But Cormac definitely, I mean, you needed Cormac's help for sure.
Yeah, and with my aid, I want to see if I can try to communicate to wrap the rope around that and see if we can help tug from above.
Yeah, some leverage.
I like that.
And we can just yell down the pipes at this point,
Right,
right? I
yeah.
mean, he could hear us, so yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think that you guys have elegantly solved this. Cormac, you're able to instruct Noggles in how to wrap the rope and tie it off. And you watch with some satisfaction as Calvaris and Velcro begin to pull on the rope. And as they pull on the rope, the grate begins to open.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, and the
Hell
Zelda
yes.
noise plays. Exactly.
All right. Velcro's heading down.
Yeah.
Is there like a stairway? Is there a ladder? Is it just you drop?
It's just a drop.
It's down. It's into the water?
It's into the water.
Oh.
I only
there's
have one
crocodiles
spider
down there.
brew.
How many alligators do I see? Or crocodiles, whatever you said they were?
3.
Could you guys do the whole rope
so-
trick that we were talking about? Like take the rope and swing Tarzan over to the platform? A little pitfall action going on here.
So there's obviously got to be another way down here. Or
Well,
through
what are these
here.
doors?
So,
What do these doors go to?
yeah.
You want Noggles to go find out? I think Noggles is pushing his luck.
I don't think we want to
Yeah. I
go
don't think
forward
Noggle-
until
we don't-
we're all
no,
in here.
Yeah. What I'm wondering is, I mean, we'd have to get Noggles back up here, but do we try to find the other way in here, or do we?
Like if you or I can make it to the edge here, we can fasten a rope and we could just hand over hand that one square over. Like we
Yeah,
have a
for
rope
the-
down there, right?
For the listeners at home, the grate drops about 7 feet away from the taut rope that is pulled
Right.
between the two edges of this subterranean pool.
Well,
So
what
the
I'm
guys-
talking about is we have a rope tied to Noggles, right?
Yeah.
Right.
We're to the,
The
machine right
grate's
now.
open.
But yeah.
The grate's open, right?
Yeah, use Noggles as a counterweight. Just have Noggles hold on, and then you can jump down with your end of the rope.
If the rope is tied to the wheel right now, and we have the top of the rope outside the pool, we can tie that rope to a tree and then just slide down the rope to this ledge, and then problem solved.
Yeah, like it.
Tie a rock to the end of the rope, lower that down, and just start swinging
Yeah.
and have Noggles catch it.
So we've got multiple ways that we can.
Yeah.
We think we can get down there, Mike.
You just got to give us what check it's going to take.
Yeah, it
rigging,
involves
rigging
some-
something up.
I think
yeah.
I'm going to do a check where at least 1 out of 3 of you will statistically fail. I think that's what I'm going to work toward
Fair.
on this. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, if athletics, it'd probably be me.
You know, yeah, eventually I see where you're going. I see basically, it seems like if you were to work at this long enough, like Noggles, for instance, could toss, let's say the rope stays tied off to the green mechanism. Noggles
Yeah.
could toss the other end of that rope up the grate, and you
We already
guys
have
could, as you said, you could zip line down.
Yeah, and I've got grappling hook, pit, and
I have a
don't have a
grappling
full
hook also.
climber's kit, but we do have some gear.
Even more simple, we could lower just down the grate. Noggles could throw a second rope over, and then
that's what
pull
I was
across
talking
the
about.
ledge.
Just from the
Well,
grate.
I thought we were thinking a zip tie, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, just from the
Again,
yeah.
All right.
Gotcha.
Well, the DC on this is not super high, but there is going to be some sort of athletics that you're going to have to do to lower yourself down this grate. And really, you know, calling it a grate is not accurate anymore. It's just this hole in the bottom of the pool. But there is going to be an athletics check that all 3 of you guys need to roll to do this. And I think I just need to know what order you guys are attempting this in.
I say Chris goes first. Well, no, me or Velcro needs to go first. We have at least one big guy down there. So if Chris starts to fall, maybe we can athletics and grab him before he jumps into the crocodile pit. Like have have either Velcro or myself get down and assist the other 2 getting down. Because
Velcro's happy to go down first, and try to get down there. So yeah, athletics check, Mike. You said
Please.
Noggles get prepared to pull him out of the pool.
all good. Natural 15 for a total of 27.
Noggles, you watch
25.
with
25.
some relief, perhaps, as Velcro deftly, hand over hands, down the rope, and is now standing on the lip of the underground pool next to you. The drop down into the water, by the way, is about 10 additional feet, like down
God.
from the
Okay.
So the water,
From the ledge.
yeah, from the ledge that you're standing on.
Okay, and then Cormac is going to try to come down next.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to use a versatile vial, quick alchemy, a spider brew. And consume that to
nice.
climb
You don't
down.
need our help at all.
Simple.
Perfect. Okay. The
Did you want to
alchemist-
just create a? You just want to create a second? Can you create a second one for?
So the ones that I create, I have to use by the end of my turn, or they expire.
Gotcha.
The one I gave to Noggles was one of the prepared ones that I do at the start of the day.
Gotcha.
But I'm
That makes
out of
sense.
that.
Yeah, if you whip it up and administer it to a colleague, you could do that too.
I'm up top and he's below.
Of course, right. Yeah. So Cormac climbs deftly down the rope in similar fashion to how Noggles was climbing just a few moments before.
I got a 23.
And now Cormac is down. And you rolled a 23 for yours?
Yeah, I'm fine.
The four of you guys are now down in this pool.
Hell yeah.
I think we'll need to talk about a light source, as it is pitch black down here, except for the sunlight, which is streaming down these pathways to the top. But you look out before you, down in this dungeon, which has existed beneath the Temple of the Elk, unbeknownst to anyone.
Wow.
And you're down here. Fellas, I'm looking forward to exploring this with you in 2025. I wish you a happy new year. Thanks again, guys. It's a lot of fun. Take care.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks,
Mike. Guys. Happy New Year,
birthday,
everybody.
buddy.
Happy New Year.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
Happy
thank
holidays.
you.
All those
Our
things.
friendship is the only present.